Welcome to GK Quiz Prime Time. The Indian Navy's guided missile destroyer took part in the fourth edition of the multinational exercise La Perouse. Which ship was it? Right answer is option B, INS Mumbai. In July 2025, the Indian Army carried out the Drone Prahar military exercise in which Indian state? Right answer is option B, Arunachal Pradesh. The first ever bilateral naval drill named IKIMI 2025 between India and 10 African nations was hosted at which location? Right answer is option C, Dar es Salaam Port, Tanzania. The Joint Army Exercise Shakti 2025 was organized between India and which partner nation? Right answer is option C, France. In May 2025, the Indian Army organized the military exercise Teesta Prahar in which Indian state? Right answer is option D, West Bengal. Which nation collaborated with India in August 2025 for its first ever 2-day naval exercise near Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea? Right answer is option B, Philippines. The multinational military exercise Baltops 25, held in June 2025, was coordinated by which international organization? Right answer is option C, NATO. Between India and which country was the Nomadic Elephant 2025 joint exercise conducted? Right answer is option B, Mongolia. In July 2025, where did the Indian Army carry out the Divya Drishti Advanced Technology exercise? Correct answer is option D, East Sikkim. The first edition of the Special Forces Joint Drill Tiger Claw 2025 was organized between India and which country? Right answer is option A, USA. The bilateral naval exercise Simbex 2025 was conducted between India and which nation? Right answer is option A, Singapore. In March 2025, the joint naval exercise Maritime Security Belt 2025 was conducted by which three countries in the Middle East? Correct answer is option C, Iran, China, and Russia. The Indian Army participated in the Tri Service Special Forces Drill Desert Hunt 2025 in which Indian city? Right answer is option B, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Which country's armed forces conducted the large scale live fire exercise named Straight Thunder 2025A in the Taiwan Straits? Right answer is option B, China. The bilateral maritime exercise Bongo Sagar is conducted between India and which neighboring country? Right answer is option B, Bangladesh. The Talisman Sabre 2025 exercise, in which India participated for the first time, is hosted in which locations? Correct answer is option B, Australia and Papua New Guinea. In July 2025, India initiated the first Coast Guard exercise named Jamata off the Chennai coast with which partner nation? Correct answer is option A, Japan. The bilateral military exercise Bolt Kurukshetra 2025 was conducted between India and which nation in July 2025? Right answer is option C, Singapore. The Indian Army carried out the military drill Jal Thal Raksha 2025 in which Indian state? Correct answer is option A, Gujarat. The fifth edition of the multilateral naval drill Komodo took place in which country in 2025? Correct answer is option C, Indonesia. The Joint Humanitarian Assistance and Disaster Relief exercise involving INS Sharda was conducted with which country? Correct answer is option A, Maldives. The Balikatan 2025 joint military drill between the Philippines and the US was conducted at which location? Correct answer is option C, Luzon Island, Philippines. The multinational air exercise in Yokos 25, in which the Indian Air Force participated, was held at which location? Right answer is option A, Andravida Air Base, Greece. In which region did the Indian Army carry out the Parvat Prahar exercise? Right answer is option D, Ladakh. Which wing of the armed forces organized the third edition of Meghayan 25? Right answer is option C, Indian Navy. In which country was the multinational military exercise Khan Quest 2025 conducted? Right answer is option B, Mongolia. India collaborated with which country for exercise Tiger Triumph? Correct answer is option C, USA. Exercise Dust Lake was a bilateral military drill between India and which country? Correct answer is option A, Uzbekistan. Which country participated with India in the military exercise Khanjar? Correct answer is option B, Kyrgyzstan. Which country hosted the naval exercise Sea Dragon 2025? Correct answer is option C, United States of America. Which nation hosted the multinational military exercise Desert Flag 10? Correct answer is option C, United Arab Emirates. The 14th edition of the naval exercise Indra 2025 was held between India and which nation? Correct answer is option B, Russia. Where was the military exercise Prachand Prahar conducted in 2025? Right answer is option B, Arunachal Pradesh. The 23rd edition of Naval Exercise Varuna 2025 was conducted between India and which country? Right answer is option B, France. The joint military exercise Equivalent is held between India and which nation? Right answer is option A, Maldives. The third edition of Exercise Cyclone 2025 was conducted between India and which country? Correct option is B, Egypt. India and which country held the joint exercise Dharma Guardian? Right answer is option A, Japan. Which country hosted Convex 3 2025, the world's largest nuclear emergency exercise? Right answer is option B, Romania. The Golden Dragon 2025 joint military drill was conducted between China and which nation? Correct answer is option C, Cambodia. What is the name of the joint airborne military drill held by the Indian Army and Air Force? Right answer is option B, Winged Raiders. Exercise Devil Strike was recently conducted by which country? Correct option is A. India. Name the bilateral military exercise held between India and Singapore in November 2024. Correct answer is option B. Agni Warrior 2024. With which country did India carry out the joint military drill Harimau Shakti? Correct answer is option B. Malaysia. The bilateral maritime drill SLINEX is conducted between India and which nation? Right answer is option B. Sri Lanka. The first ever joint exercise Sinbags was organized between India and which country? Right answer is option B. Cambodia. In which Indian state was the 2024 joint military drill Purvi Prahar conducted? Right answer is option C. Arunachal Pradesh. Winbacks, the India Vietnam joint military drill, was held in which Indian city in 2024? Right answer is option C. Ambala, Haryana. Exercise Ostra Hind involves the armed forces of India and which country? Right answer is option B. Australia. Which trilateral naval exercise involved India, Japan, and the USA in 2024? Correct answer is option B. Malabar Naval Exercise. Where was the Indian Coast Guard's REPREX 2024 exercise held in November? Right answer is option C. Paradeep, Odisha. The military drill Garuda Shakti 24 was conducted between India and which nation? Right answer is option A. Indonesia. Which country is India's partner in the joint exercise Kazind? Right answer is option B. Kazakhstan. Which nation participated in the joint naval drill Nasim al Bahar with India? Right answer is option C. Oman. Exercise Udara Shakti 2024 was conducted between India and which country? Correct answer is option B. Malaysia. Where was the fifth edition of the India Oman joint military exercise Al Najah conducted? Correct answer is option B. Salalah, Oman. Yuddha Abhyas 2024, the Indo US joint exercise, took place in which Indian state? Right answer is option B. Rajasthan. Where was the first space military exercise Antriksha Abhyas 2024 inaugurated? Correct answer is option C. New Delhi. Where was the 2024 Dosti 16 trilateral exercise between India, Maldives, and Sri Lanka conducted? Correct answer is option C. Maldives. Where was the 8th edition of GIMEX 24, the India Japan naval drill, conducted? Correct answer is option C. Yokosuka, Japan. The military drill HOPEX is jointly held by India and which country? Correct answer is option A. Egypt. Which country hosted the second edition of the Red Flag Aerial Combat Exercise? Right answer is option C. United States of America. The bilateral naval exercise Konkan is held between India and which country? Correct answer is option B. United Kingdom. Which nation partnered with India for the joint military exercise Lamitai 2024? Correct answer is option A, Seychelles. Who partnered with India in the 2024 military exercise Desert Cyclone? Correct answer is option A, United Arab Emirates. Which two countries, along with India, participated in the Desert Night Air Drill? Correct answer is option A, France and UAE. The exercise Mitra Shakti is a collaboration between India and which country? Correct answer is option A, Sri Lanka. Which country hosted the Multilateral Air Combat Drill Pitch Black 2024? Correct answer is option C, Australia. Where was the 12th edition of the naval exercise Milan held? Right answer is option B, Vishakhapatnam. The Cutlass Express 2024 naval exercise was conducted in which location? Correct answer is option B, Seychelles. Samudra Lakshman 2024 was conducted between India and which Southeast Asian country? Right answer is option C, Malaysia. The Sampriti military drill is a collaboration between India and which neighboring nation? Correct answer is option C, Bangladesh. Who hosted the 29th edition of RIMPAC, the world's largest maritime exercise in 2024? Right answer is option B, United States. Ajaya Warrior is a bilateral military exercise between India and which country? Correct answer is option A, United Kingdom. Surya Kiran is a joint military exercise between India and which country? Correct answer is option A, Nepal. Which military branch organized the joint exercise Tropics 25? Right answer is option C, Indian Navy. Stay updated, stay ahead. Subscribe for more current affairs and competitive exam prep.